One of the widely used technique using tone curve is called S-curve. By using S-curve, we will be creating a contrast in our image. Essentially, what we are doing is we are darkening the shadows and brightening the highlights. This will create a difference between the brighter areas and the darker areas. And we know that the difference between brighter and darker areas are called contrast. So how we achieve it, we create a point in the shadows part and also one point at the highlights part. We want to darken the shadows, we will drag it downward, and we want to brighten the highlights and we will drag it upward. The curve will make an S shape, this is called S curve. And we see that before and after we have created a contrast in our image. The next technique is similar to S curve, it's called flat curve. In the flat curve, we will have an S curve, but we will also be dragging the extreme darks and also extreme highlights too. Essentially, we will not let our image have extreme shadows, extreme dark areas, and also extreme bright areas. This is called flat curve. And we see that it has faded look to it. This is the before and this is the after. The next technique is to add a faded look in our image. Essentially, the faded look is we will be brightening the darker areas. So by dragging the extreme shadows upward, we'll be creating a faded and washed out look in our images. One more example, we will see how these techniques hold up on different types of images. In this example, we'll be applying it for a portrait photo. First, we will try S-curve. As always, a point in the shadows and also in the bright areas. We see that this is the before and this is the after. We see much difference, and we also see that there is a addition of saturation in the colors of the image. And let's try a very famous Instagram look, which is flat curve. See that this photo already looks better than the original and it has very stylistic look to it. And nowadays we see these types of photos a lot on Instagram. And in this video, we have learned how to create that looks. So this was a short video about widely used technique using curves in Lightroom. And in the next video, we will be talking further about in the Lightroom, and see you in the next lecture.